you're young, you have all of this energy, you have all of this time, so we think, to do, be, have. And that's the thing in Mary Kay, do, be, have. But as you grow, as you mature, as you live, you learn to really find value in things of value. Things of value to me are things that can not only help me do, be, have, but it can help my family do, be, have. It can help me have information, have knowledge, have power to be able to leave and create a legacy for my family, which is something I've always wanted to do, something I was a part of doing. But you know, when I was younger, I didn't put a focus on that. If I would have at this age now, oh my God, where I would be. So I have learned to really find value in things of value. This book, Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth, you guys, seriously, is a book of value. Now I'm going to tell you something. There may be a lot of books of value and books of million and other places out there. I'm not taking anything away from any of those books. But when you get a book that's going to teach you how to create lasting wealth, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your friends, for anyone who's intelligent enough to listen, it is a book of value. Not only that, you guys, we have in our midst the author of the book. How amazing is that? Okay? So not only do you get a chance to meet the author, to be in his midst, to learn from him, you have a chance to get his book today, I'm sure. You have a chance to get him to sign it and autograph it and just learn from the man in person. How amazing is that? Okay?
Yes. I just want to interject that the book also is backed by scripture.
Yes.
And that's so important.
Yes.
It is very important.
Yeah. So not only is he a brilliant man, okay, not only is he an MBA, not only is he well-traveled and well-versed, he knows God.
Yes.
How amazing is that?
Right.
And then to put the icing on the cake, you guys, he makes our national happy. Okay? So you guys.
That's the most important.
Yes, you guys don't know that our national isn't here. That's our national's mom. She's the one that started all of this, okay? And this is her fiance that I'm about to bring up. So with the addition of Nate Scott to our family, you guys, the sky is our limit.
Yes.
There is no sky.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
With what we can have, what we can do, what we can be, where we can go.
That's right.
If we take the information that we are about to hear and that we will have access to, and we begin to really utilize it. Okay? Nate shares in this book, you guys, what steps he took within 90 days of getting out of the Army to lay an entrepreneurial foundation to become a millionaire by 32, you guys. Woo! So now add everything that I said, on top of everything I said, you guys, add millionaire to that. Come on, you guys.
All right.
After serving in the military, getting his MBA from George Washington University and completing an executive financial planning program at Georgetown University, he entered the world of finance and as a fully licensed advisor and advanced to be the CFO of a company, you guys, look at this, once listed as number 155 on Inc.'s 500 fastest growing companies. All right now. Okay, knowledge is power.
Yes, it is.
All right, we got the knowledge and the power in the room.
Yes.
All right, you guys, if you all don't do anything else today, and I know that you will, get this book. Okay, it's an easy read, not 900,000, 5,000 pages. It's something that everybody in your family can enjoy, and not just enjoy, but learn from. Today, you guys, Nate is a social entrepreneur, business strategist. He's a coach. He's a speaker, author, and CEO of NSI International LLC. I need you guys to give it up in a huge way.
Say the devil took the keys to my truck. If a shot comes out back, he's in the streets, say money, yo, ain't feeling Doesn't that feel good? You see, it's important that you have a choice to decide whether or not you want to be positive or negative.
Yes.
When you have a choice of whether or not you want to be joy-filled or not.
Right.
When you have a choice of whether or not you want to sing and dance and smile or not. When you have a choice of being successful or not. When you have a choice of pursuing financial freedom or not. It's just a choice. Right?
Yes.
It's just a choice. You see, when you have the option of choosing something that has no limit or choosing something with limits, it's just a choice. You don't have to feel bad about the choices that you make. It's yours. You know, one of the things I appreciate about my dad is my dad would always say to me when I would ask him about something, or he'll say something to me, and as parents, you know, he'll make a recommendation, but then he'll always catch himself. And he said, "But hey," and he called me Rabbit. That was my nickname. Now, Rabbit, listen. Rabbit. Yeah, he said Rabbit. He said Rabbit was the nickname, Speedy was the nickname. He says, now whatever it is, it's your decision. Because see, you're the only one that got to live with the consequences. You know, you're the only one that got to live with the consequences. Whatever it is, it's yours. And I appreciate him for that. Because I don't believe in telling people what to do and being directive like that. My promise to you, and one of the things that you get from Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth, it's me showing you how to think versus what to think. Okay? How to think versus what to think. So all I'm going to do today is simply share with you some information and engage with you, taking you through what I really do as a professional to allow you to be in a position where you can make an informed decision and make a choice that you feel good about. Okay? Is that fair? Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth is a biblically based, principle-centered, biblically based leadership program focused on personal growth and entrepreneurship. Personal growth and entrepreneurship. I wrote it specifically to address the fact that 77 million baby boomers are retiring and facing a cash flow danger, and 66 out of 100 people age 65 earn less than $30,000 in retirement. Okay? Let me ask, just so I like to see who I'm working with so that I can give you something specifically for you. By a show of hands, who are guests here? Okay, so most of the room are guests. Okay, great. By the show of hands, how many of you are 25 to 35. Okay, great. I call that the first quarter of life. The first quarter. And thinking about it in the sports terminology. How many of you are 35 to 45? Okay, that's the second quarter. And see, when you get to the first quarter, you know, you can look at people's life generally. 25 to 35 is when life starts for them, right? They maybe have gotten out of school, they may have gotten married, they may have had a child, right? And then the second quarter, and then maybe in their first career and trying to get their entry level and trying to get themselves situated. And then in the second quarter, they may be moving into maybe divorce, unfortunately, 35 to 45, and maybe in that next job and looking back over their job and their careers and not sure what they're really going to do, right? And maybe have their first home, maybe starting a family, get a little bit farther in there. And then you get to halftime. And when you're at 45, you're looking back over your life and starting to see what mistakes you made already, right? And starting to say, wait a minute, I really don't like what I've been doing, so I'm going to now look for something else, right? 45. So 45 to 55, then you're in your third quarter of life. Third quarter, 45 to 55, you're like, okay, now this is the thing. I'm going to do what I'm going to do now, right? You got some wisdom behind you, got some experiences. Your child's a little bit older, right? 45, I mean, I'm already out of high school many times, right? 27 to 18-year-old, if you had a child at 27 years old, they're 18, they're already out of high school, right? And then you got the fourth quarter when you're at 55 to 65. And now you're kind of in the wind down. Now you're probably starting to think about retirement. Unfortunately, that's when it starts. Starting to look at it. And then you get to 65, and you're now going into overtime. Now you're working past the time what you were saying you wanted to be retired. Overtime. And then, unfortunately, many times people didn't work into retirement, and then they die rather quickly, at least on the men's side. You see? So I just wanted to find out kind of where people were at. So where we're at for 35 to 45, did I say 45 to 55? 45 to 55, third quarter. Okay, and 55 to 65. Okay, 65 up. Okay, all right, so cool. So now that I understand that, so what I want to give you some things so you can make an informed decision, right? Make a choice. Isn't that good? So now, here we're going to do. And if you got pens and papers, it'd be good for you to write it down, but you're definitely going to listen and I'm going to ask you questions because, see, my teaching way is this. If I tell you, you forget. If I teach you, you'll remember. But if I involve you, you will learn. See, my personal mission is to live each day principle-centered based on biblical teachings and to be a person of value and positive influence. I want to serve you today. I want to be a person of value and positive influence. I don't want you to leave out here empty-handed. I want you to leave here today with a plan. Oh, another question I wanted to ask, how many of you are married? Okay, all right, good, hands down. Because what I'm going to give to you is also, I'm going to kind of give you a prescription so that you can actually go back and have that conversation with your husband so that in turn, you maybe can get the ball moving towards having a real plan. And I'm going to give it to you so that you can actually relate it to a man, being able to understand what's going to be important. Because truth be told, he may have thought you came out here, if you told him that you were coming out here, he probably just looked at it as maybe just something entertaining, right? Some social event, right? And not something that's a part of the family's plan. You're just doing something for yourself, right? And so what I want to show you is the reason why this is so important, that you as a person in the household at least is getting information that is for the benefit of the family, and not just the family today, but the generational family that you may be leaving behind. It may be the thing that will allow you to change your whole family tree, the generational tree, because you're going to be given information because you came into the room. See, you got to come somewhere, you got to go somewhere in order to make a change. You got to get out of where you're at in order to experience things that will allow you to change your state. Just like turning on the music. You got to turn on the music and turn it up sometimes just to change your state.
That's right.
See, that's why I don't mind being in a suit and tie and having all those accolades and coming up here and showing you that I dance, because I want you to know that I'm just like you. Don't get lost in the degrees or the accolades. Let me ask you, what does that have to do with you? What does my degree have to do with you and your family's bank account? Absolutely nothing, right?
That's right.
And I get that. And so because I get that, I want you to understand that I don't share that stuff to impress you, but to impress upon you that as I deliver this, what makes me unique is that this is all from the heart. This is what God has designed me for. Nathaniel means God's gift. I'm just walking out my purpose.
All right now.
Because see, at 19, when I walked the perimeter during Desert Storm, I said, Lord, if you allow me to make it back, I'll never waste a day of my life. See, you got to understand the context of things so that you can then better understand the message. See, at 18, I was walking around my room in Germany with the video camera, talking into the camera, telling my family, listen, I don't know if I'm going to make it back. Because I was getting ready to go to fight for the freedoms that people take for granted most of the time. And I was talking to the camera saying, Mom and Dad, I don't know if I'm going to make it back. Little brother, I want you can have this here. I want you to take care of this. Make sure you do this. With the unknown. And so what I want to do is kind of bring it home for you all and just be a friend to you. A trusted advisor. I want you to walk away here knowing that you kind of like me, that you kind of know me, that you kind of respect me, and that you might want to engage with what we're creating here, just so you can have access to not only me, but to this environment. Is that okay? I don't want you to get caught up on this being Mary Kay, because see what Mary Kay has done is Mary Kay has created an opportunity for hope and for people to go move forward in something for their benefit. But I want you to know that God has designed each one of you for a unique purpose. And this environment is simply a connecting point for people with their own individual gifts to come together, to be inspired, to be educated, to be empowered, to move forward into your individual greatness. You can do what she has already done. Just follow the model and understand that she's not the be and all of it. She's simply a conduit to give you an example so that you can move forward. That's the type of culture you're going to be walking into if you decide to stay and get started. It's going to be like I did in 1996. In 1996, the week I graduated from West Point, I got introduced to the world of personal growth and development and entrepreneurship via an environment similar to this. And when I speak around the world, I tell people I've never been drawn into the opportunity. So that's why you're not going to hear me talk a whole lot about the financial piece and all that other stuff. Because that wouldn't draw a guy like me. It may not even draw in the people that, if you have in your circles that are more professional, it may not draw them in. But you can draw in someone like me, you can draw in people with my profile if you're giving value, if you're speaking to what's important to you and to you and to you and to you, where you say, what's that got to do with me? Where you can actually come into an environment where you know that you're around like-minded people, where you're trying to move forward, because I will tell you, the books you read and the people you associate with will determine where you're going to be in the next 5 years. The books you read and the people you associate with. The books you read and the people you associate with. The books you read and the people you associate with will determine where you'll be in the next 5 years. You know, as parents, and I've got an 11 and a 10-year-old, parents will oftentimes say, watch out for that boy and girl. Right? They're no good, right? They ain't up to no good, right? Why don't adults pay attention to that same instruction?
Jesus.
Huh? What? Kind of reminds me of West Point, where West Point, we had this freshman year, we got called plebes, and see, plebes have to go through all this rigorous stuff and yelling and screaming and, what are you doing, New Cadet? What are you doing? You gotta move, kid. You gotta move. What are you doing, New Cadet? Turn around, get your shoes tied up. But then they get to be a sophomore, and then they let their stuff kind of go and looking all sloppy, and now they're in charge. Now they, what are you doing? You're looking all sloppy. You gotta lead by example, right? So I give you that to simply say, listen, I want you to leave here with your questions answered. I want you to leave here with your plan, your family's personal financial plan. That's my gift to you today. And then I'll leave enough room for some questions. Is that fair? Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the numbers that you want to understand that go into context of those 4 quarters of life that I gave to you. The first thing is I want you to understand that 77 million baby boomers are retiring and facing a cash flow danger. 77 million baby boomers are retiring and facing a cash flow danger. Black, white, across the board, those are the numbers. Number 2, 66 out of 100 people age 65 earn less than $30,000 in retirement. 66 out of 100 people age 65 earn less than $30,000 in retirement. So 7 out of 10. So what does that mean? That means we got how many guests? 10 or so? Think it was about 12. Okay. So let me just show you by demonstration. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I had you 10 stand up. And then I said 1, 2, 3. Okay, y'all will make more than $30,000 when y'all get to retire. Y'all be making more than $30,000 to live on. But you 7, y'all gonna make less than $30,000 annually to live on. 7 out of 10. Who wants to purposely and intentionally choose to be in the 7 out of 10? When you got a choice, when you can choose to either be in the 3 out of 10, or you can choose to be in the 7 out of 10, which would you choose to be, in the 3 or the 7? So I want you to leave here being aware so that you can be intentional about the choice that you made. The third number I want you to write down and remember is that 47% of people say that if they had a $400 emergency, they would have to sell something or borrow money to address it. 47% of people say that if they had a $400 emergency, they'd have to sell something or borrow money to address it. That means if I went through that same 10 and I counted out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 10 don't have $400 readily accessible. So I share those numbers to say you're not alone, whatever the situation is. Even if you're good, you might be good, but you might be that number that's good. So just that alone puts you in a position where at least you can have a family conversation, right? To make do a self-check, just to see where you're at. Don't you go to the doctor just to do a checkup? So all I want to do is want you to leave here today saying, number 1, I want to leave here today and I'm going to do a checkup on my financial situation. Is that fair? Now here's how you do your checkup. 7 questions that I ask people so they can do a checkup. The first thing is, if you're writing down this stuff and going through your own numbers, write down your age. Write down your age. The second thing is, write down the age in which you would want to retire. Whatever the age is that you would want to retire. The third number is the difference between those two. How many years do you have to get there? How many years do you have to get there? How many left? The fourth is, what do you have as your current nest egg? What do you have right now put away in your 401k plan, in your stock account, your bonds, whatever you have, okay? What are you starting with? The fifth, how much do you want per month? Do you want the $2,500 a month to be at $30,000 a year? Or do you want more than that? How much per month to live the life that you want? How much do you need to sustain where you're at now? Is $2,500 a month right now enough for you to live how you're out living now? You see, it brings it real, doesn't it? Can you see? Do you see how when you start to look at it in a context of reality? And then number 6, and here's a question that I might need to help you with. What's the absolute best rate of returns that you personally know how to get? What's the absolute best rate of return that you personally know how to get? Now, if you're unsure what that means, don't be embarrassed about that, because that's why coming out here is a good thing, because at least you can start having the language. I say money's like a foreign land. If you don't know the language of the land, you can't really get around, right? You hear people having a conversation, You don't even know what they're being said, right? That's the deal. That's what's happening. We're playing in this economy, but we don't even know the language of the economy. And then things are happening to us, and then we're upset, right? So when you have that information, and I'm just use 5%, but the answer to that question, though, it could be, you know, if you think of putting it underneath the mattress, then the absolute best rate of return you know how to get is 0. And actually it's negative because of inflation. Okay, you might be looking at your savings account. You can go look at the dismal rates of that. And then you might go to the money market account. Then you go to the CD. Then you got the mutual funds, which is you're putting into the market. And then you got your stocks and you got your bonds. Okay, so whatever those different things are. I'm gonna just say 5%. I'm gonna just give you 5% as a number. And so this is how you calculate. Now you look at your own situation. So for example, somebody give me a monthly amount. How much per month? $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month is $48,000 a year, right? 12 times 4. Okay, you take that 48,000 divided by 0.05 is going to give you 960,000 as the dollar amount that you need. Okay, 5% on 960,000 will spin off 48,000 a year. Okay, so that means that if you're in a workplace and you're in your 401k plan and you're saying that by the time you get to retirement you want $4,000 a month in retirement, that means you need to have 960,000 in your 401k plan. Doesn't sound very good. See, they don't tell you this. You know why they don't tell you? Want to know why? How many of y'all want to know why they don't tell you? The reason they don't tell you that because the business that they're in is the business of assets under management. See, assets under management. I'm a former financial advisor. I went into the financial field after making my first million, and the reason I went into the field because I used to get cold called by people wanted to manage my money. They didn't know that I was a West Pointer, that I had an MBA and did financial planning in Georgetown, that I was actually looking for an advisor, but not because I didn't know what to do. I wanted an advisor because I didn't want my emotions driving my decisions. I didn't want to see things happening negative, and then also, oh my goodness, I got to do it. Because we do that, right?
Right.
So that's why it's important to have a coach. That's why it's important to have someone in your corner that's your advisor, that's your sounding board, right? So it keeps you true to your goal and your plan, so that in turn you don't make irrational decisions based upon your emotions. You understand? And so because of that, I would ask them a couple of questions that led me to say, okay, I wonder if these are just salespeople or if they actually were truly educated. And so that's what led me to Jacksonville sight unseen back in 2004 to take a position with UBS to build a book of business sight unseen in this market. So the point is simply this. My job was to simply form a relationship with you and get you to move your money over to my company's account. Meet with you, get you to do business with me, get your ass and put them over to my account, right? And so you might be thinking, you got a plan going and we're working to get you to where you want to get you, but I don't control the market. In fact, I don't have no more time for that because my job is about going and getting more money in order for me to get a commission on the money than this.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
I ain't got time to be trying to do something I don't have no control over because I don't control the market. I ain't going to tell you that, but you're going to be good. We're going to put your money here. Hey. And who's your cousin? You know? Who's your uncle? Hey, right?
Right.
Okay. So understand now, you might have good people, but they're doing their job.
That's right.
And they're going to put it into the account and manage account, which is a mutual fund, and then in turn, we're going to all hope that we're going to get it. We're all hoping that in the future, because we're going to invest for the long term.
Yes.
Right? The market's going to do what it's going to do, so hold on. Right? They got no answer to that. We don't know what the market's going to do. So all I want to do is just give you the perspective so that you can do something, because if you know that what you are doing, no matter if you work your entire life and you put away your full paycheck, you're never going to get to that nest egg, then why not slice off $100? And I can't tell you and show you with absolute confidence how you can get 960. What's your name? Gwen? Okay, Gwen, I can in good confidence tell you how I can help you get 960,000 and how many years do you need by?
Well, when I want to retire?
Yeah, how many more years? 15 years. I can't help you with that, because if we take 960 and divide it by 15, but let's not even that. Let's assume she's already halfway there. Let's just say she already has 500,000. You take 460,000 divided by 15. Can someone give me that real quick? Give me that number. 460 divided by 15.
60 divided by 15.
You got it for me?
30.66.
30,000? Okay. See, I can't help you get an extra 30,000 by just saying that. But here's what I can do with absolute confidence. With $100, getting started. And maybe spending $600 to get you fully started. I can, with absolute confidence, if you invest $1,000 of the money that you already got put away, or if you get 10 people to invest in you $100, y'all get $1,000 together, I can say with absolute confidence that I can help you to create an extra $4,000 a month. I can help you do that. If you simply will sow a seed into your business, and if you're coachable, teachable, and will plug in, I can show you how to do that. Now, is it worth you investing $1,000, $100 to get started and get your own inventory and something that you can actually do something with, give value to people in exchange for money? $1,000 invested for the shot at getting $4,000 a month versus and doing that within 4 years. Let's just say 4 years, like a school degree, getting out of college and having $4,000 a month coming in. Is it worth investing $1,000 in being coachable and teachable and getting the mentorship and getting the environment and all these other things and having a shot at getting the $4,000 a month versus having no shot in 15 years of doing what you're currently doing and doing the best that you could do to never even reach what your goal? Is that right? All right. So if I was able to do that, is there any reason why you wouldn't say yes today?
I don't know.
Couldn't think of any? Can anybody, and then like I said, I want honesty. Can anyone in here tell me a reason why you wouldn't say yes to a possibility and a probability of getting to the goal versus having no shot at all doing what you're currently doing? Tax issues? Okay, talk to me. Talk to me. Tax issues, give me an example.
Well, I'm already at the high bracket.
Income bracket? Great. So let's talk about that. And see, and the beautiful thing is, by you being out here, what's very unique is that I'm not in other organizations being able to be of value to ordinary people. Because people like me are normally not involved with, have nothing to do with anything in this type of an industry. So what's beautiful about what is going to be happening as a result of this union between the national sales director and myself is that you guys will be in a position to truly get real plans that you can truly execute and get the right type of consultation so that you can then go get the right information. Does that make sense? So we talk about high tax bracket. So we're talking about high income earner? Okay, high income earner that is in turn, do you currently have skin? All right! I thought I saw it. So I don't care what income level a person's in, they got skin. Okay? I don't care what their tax situation is, they got skin. And I've got to believe that there's something in the product line that can be used for their skin. That has nothing to do with tax consequences. You understand? But now we get the person that decides to switch their spending from Walmart for their skin stuff and decide to buy their skin stuff from this organization, right? See, you're not told that you have to go do something with it financially. That's like if somebody told me I'm on disability, or I'm on fixed income, and I don't want to make no more money because I might lose my fixed income. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, that's real talk, right? See, that's why I gotta help them to change the mindset.
Yes.
You're trying to tell me you're concerned about having your income fixed because you don't want to make more, so you don't have to.
That is so true.
I don't wanna get a new car because these tires that I have are already good, and if I get a new vehicle, then I might have to change my tires.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if I'm already in a high income tax bracket,
Yeah.
the additional dollars that I earn from Medicaid
If you do it right.
will ultimately take me to another higher.
I got it.
higher tax
We are in the same spot. So let me tell you why we talk. So this is good. See, those are real people issues
Yes.
that you want more. You want people like her and me in your room.
Yes.
You want us in this. You don't want to have folk that don't have that issue.
Right, right.
So now she and I can have a different conversation. That's why Life is Rich has leadership is the answer. The cash flow danger. It happened to me. Becoming an entrepreneur. Creating the right entity. See, this is where you and I start talking. Creating the right entity. Asset protection. Financing your enterprise. Guarding your financial privacy. Reducing your taxes. Planning your retirement. Residual income retirement. Estate planning. See this. You see what I'm saying? So now, let me tell you what I tell people that fall into the world see, because my big vision is simply this. I want to empower people at the everyday level. Because see, first time around, I did it by myself. This time around, what I want to do is I want to help you make an extra $10,000 that you can put away. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40. 240,000. Imagine this idea, if I show you how to make an extra 10 that you can put away, and then say, teach you how to then bring that together as a part of a group. Where we got 240,000, where we can go and take down a 240, 10%, 2.4, $4.8 million apartment complex that has 100 units. And then you get paid a dividend on that. But I have you do it in a vehicle where your money is growing tax free.
Yes.
Because you put it in there $10,000 and you already paid the taxes on the $10,000. You put it into a self-directed IRA account where now that $10,000 is in there and everything that grows on top of your $10,000 is tax free. And your $10,000 grows to $100,000 and you don't pay no taxes on it because you already paid taxes on your $10,000. You understand? So when I talk about someone like you, ma'am, what's your name? Victoria. See, Victoria, you and I, the issue that you have is that we got to now find ways to spin off that extra. You understand? See, it's not the money issue, it's a financial intelligence issue. And so all I want to do is, I just want to raise your IQ up for everybody. And see, I no longer do tax, I don't do the advising. What I do is, I'm your trusted advisor, like your personal CFO, so that then you go to the people that are licensed, because I'm no longer licensed, because I didn't want to be, because I want to just be on the education side. But then I sit down with you, with the person that is the advisor, and I give you the questions to ask them, and I make sure that I listen to make sure that they say what they really need to be saying, and I translate what they're saying to you to make sure you know what they're really saying. Be it your attorney, be it your financial advisor, be it your CPA, be it your pastor. Anybody, I always tell people, the next time we're having this thing here, bring your pastor, your CPA, your financial advisor, your rich uncle, your banker. Bring me all the people that you trust that you've taken their advice, and let me say what I say in front of them so you can look at them or nudge them and see if I'm saying what I'm saying is right. So you can on the spot maybe adjust the people you're working with. Okay? So for $100 and then buying your inventory to get started in something that you're already going to use anyway, and then we work on your overall look and your feel, and you become that walking billboard, and then you set 2 goals. Goal number 1, to make money. And goal number 2, to advance in rank. Goal number 1, to make money. Goal number 2, to advance in rank. Goal number 1 of making money is about you learning the system about doing parties and actually showing the information and products and that stuff, okay? That's because you're in control. That's you doing it on your own terms. You're not worried about getting people in. You're just simply, you're offering something that's a good product and service and winning customers over. Does that make sense? Right. Building your book of business. And I'll show you how to follow up with them and build that thing. Because see, they might not say yes the first time around. You got to understand that there's a process to saying yes. 2% of people say yes on the first touch. 2% will actually say yes the first time out. Boom, yes. 3% will say yes after they've been touched again. They've been touched another time, they say yes. 5% will say yes on the third touch. They got to be touched. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 5% then finally will say yes. 10% say yes on the 4th touch. After 4 times you've been back in front of them, you met them again, you retouched them, 4 times say yes. It might be 4 times later, meaning once a month. 4 months later, they might finally say yes. But here's the deal. 80% of the yeses say yes after 5 through 12 touches. And see, if you go into it knowing that and you understand you're impressed and feeling bad about someone not initially saying yes, and you foster the relationship and you should be a good person and you're just the person that they know and you get them to know, like, and trust you, and you're just doing life, well, eventually they can come right around. Now, that's the part of making money. That's the ability for you to make money on a daily basis or a weekly basis. Because, see, you can buy this inventory at 50% less than you buy it at a wholesale for $50, but then you go sell it for $100. So you got a $50 markup. Does that make sense? So if you want to make a quick $500, well, you go and do something that gives you 10 sales of whatever it is that you of your inventory. So you total, hey, you made $500 from the back of your trunk. Like I'm slinging books from my trunk. Cash. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Put you in a position where you can do that. You ain't got nobody holding nothing over your head when you want to do that, right? Now that's your goal number 1. Make money. You want to change. How many of you can use an extra $200 to $300 a month? Could use it for something. Okay, cool. That's a way to get it done. If you don't decide to do it here, go out and find something. Is all I'm telling you, because I already told you that 47% of people say that if they had a $400 emergency, they have to sell something tomorrow. So 5 or 10, whether or not you tell me the truth or not, I know half of y'all probably in the situation.
That's right.
Okay? Now, that's number 1 goal, make money. Number 2 goal, advance in rank, because you want the lifestyle. You know what? Their national has an incredible life. She's been able to experience something that's incredible. There are 3 million sales consultants worldwide. There are 600 national sales directors, and there are 37 African-American national sales directors. She's one of the 37 national sales directors, but she's on the history books as being the one that's at the youngest at that particular position, making that position at the youngest age. And she's in Detroit today with 7 of her national sales director girlfriends, of which one of them was just on the platform with Oprah Winfrey on Thursday. See, it's about association. See, the people you associate with in the books you read. See, the great thing is you don't do nothing else. Treat this like it's a country club. Pay to be a part of what we're creating. I'm not talking about Mary Kay. That's the big organization. But I'm talking about what we're creating here. Because understand this. This is what we create here, just like what you create here. Every consultant is not the same. Every environment is not the same. You're in a unique and special place because you got the access to a national sales director, the only one in Jacksonville, and that has been in Jacksonville, period. See, position and favor.
That's right.
See, you could be in the same room and be in position, but never actualize your favor because you don't do anything to touch it and access it. And so now you got her story, and then you got our love story, and now you got nothing but unlimited possibilities. So with goal number 2, what you do is you make the decision to get into the business. And by show of hands, how many of you can make a list of 10 people today? Able to make a list of 10 people. Can you take out your phone and count 10 people that have skin? Okay. If you're able to do that, then can you by show of hands, have any of you learned at least one thing that you could walk away here and say, you know what, this was worth my time on this Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody? Okay, let me give it the other way. Has anyone not gotten at least one thing that they say that they walked out and already knew that? Okay, cool. Now, here's why I asked that question, because see, if you got that experience, then can you feel good about bringing someone else out here and experiencing this? Can you feel good about that? Even on a Saturday? See, if you can feel good about inviting people out into the space, well then, you have a better chance at building a business and being ranked, because then we'll assist you. You don't have to be the expert. You don't have to have the confidence and the conviction to do anything except for get them invited out because you genuinely think that there's something good that's taking place. This morning, and I'm gonna wrap it up. This morning I was on the beach. If you're on Facebook, you can see what I was talking about on the beach this morning. And I was talking about just being in a place of peace and pausing for a moment and being able to reflect and actually be intentional about your time and about what you desire and the things that you pray about, but not just praying, but praying with an expectation. You see, the word says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. The evidence of things unseen.
Yes.
And as I reflected and did what I did, I, on the camera, said, listen, do y'all want me to show you what I do and show you that this is real, that I can really do everything I tell you about, like adding people to your list and setting appointments for recommendations and making recommendations and following? And they said yes. They typed and said yes. I said, okay, want me to do it with a male or female? Okay, they said it doesn't matter. I said, cool. So I stopped somebody. And I engaged him in conversation. I went through my process and got his contact information, all that stuff on camera. And then I cut the camera off and then we just walked on the beach and he ended up opening up to me. And he ended up telling me about the things that he was going through in his life with his wife and the infidelity that she, in turn, was doing, and how he was just trying to hold on to God and, you know, and get tough and all of it. So he told me all this stuff during a walk on the beach to a complete stranger that I simply just engaged in a meaningful way because that was just from my heart. See, if you can get excited about simply being a person of impact and significance and doing something that's just good and having something of value, well, then this is a place for you. Faith, family, finances. Faith, family, finances. That's all this is about. Faith, family, finances. So if you bring this here to help you to grow as a person, you bring this here to give you the growth of an environment to grow within, and then have the leadership of a person that has gotten to the highest level in the company, who has a mate who's not in this company, who does this, what I'm doing, all around with all of the different venues, that's willing to pour into you, that has a genuine heart for you, that chose the color scheme of his book 2 years ago, before ever meeting this lady here that he's going to marry, and have the, see, this is ordained, this is divine, this is an appointment. This ain't no accident. So you got to know who you are. So my invitation to each one of you is simply this. If you know that you need a plan, and you know that you would gain value from mentorship and coaching, and you know that it'd be good for you to have an environment of positive people doing something that has something that they're moving towards, and you want to be a part of what we're going to do with taking this area to inner circle and making it be an area that extends into other markets and brings people from all walks of life into a common venue, and you know that you've got a desire that's bigger than where you're at today, and you're ready to walk into your fullness, then I extend that invitation for you to join us. I extend the invitation for you to make the decision to get started. A simple decision. See, decisions are easy when you know what you value. Decisions are easy when you know what you value. Decisions are easy when you know what you value. If you value your family and you know that you want better for them, and you know that you don't have no best laid plans, and no matter what you do on your own accord, you're not going to do anything better, then the decision should be easy to take a step of faith And then you do everything you can do and let God do everything you can. Give you 2 goals. First goal, make money. I showed you how you can do that. Get started with $100, buy your inventory, learn how to do it. They're going to teach you. Got everybody you need to teach you how to do that. You start making money. Goal number 2 might be harder. That's the place where frustration comes in. That's what things will be shifting up in the air. So if you've ever been a part of or never been a part of, you're going to see something different with us coming together, because I'm just going to be pouring myself into helping the ladies to learn something different. Be a part of helping us to grow this market. Be a part of helping us to spread this message. Be a part of bringing people out and allow us to pour into them, and you get paid. You give someone the opportunity, they make a decision on their own, you get paid because you're the one that introduced them to the opportunity, and we'll help to develop them just like you. You don't have to worry about managing. Do your stuff, because we want to help you to win. Is that fair? Mm-hmm. All right. So let me just ask, and I know this is tough, by show of hands, or if you're a guest, please stand up. If you're a guest, stand up. All right. Gwen, do you see an opportunity for yourself?
Oh, yeah, I would see opportunity.
Yeah, are you ready to get started?
Well, not quite yet, but I'm moving closer.
Okay, are you ready to get more information?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, I'm ready to get the book. Too.
Okay, well, what's your name? Fonte, do you see an opportunity for yourself?
Not right now, but getting closer.
Okay, would you like more information?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, would you feel good about inviting someone out?
Absolutely.
Okay, we want to welcome. What's your name? Leasia? Deasia. I'm Nate. All right, do you see an opportunity for yourself?
Not right now, but eventually.
Eventually? Okay, do you see yourself being able to invite someone out? Feel good about that? You want more information? Okay, welcome. What's your name? Randall, I've seen you before. Somewhere, yes I have. So what's your story? So are you ready to get started?
Not right now.
Okay. Eventually, do you see something for yourself?
Yes.
Okay, do you feel good about inviting someone out?
Yes.
Yeah? All right, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name? Chantrell, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Do you see an opportunity for yourself?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready to get started?
Not at this time.
Okay, do you want more information?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to bring people out?
Yes.
Okay, great meeting you.
Thank you.
All right. What's your name? Crystal, how about yourself? Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Absolutely. Okay, would you like more information?
Yes, I would.
Okay, would you feel comfortable bringing people out?
Yes.
Okay, you're welcome. What about you, man? What's your name?
Shalon.
Shalon, good. Do you see an opportunity for yourself?
Right now, I do. Yes, I do. Right now.
Right now?
Right now.
All right. Do you feel comfortable bringing people out?
Yes, I know, like I was telling Miss Elise, she's the one who introduced me. I used to do Mary Kay long years ago. I used to buy Mary Kay.
Yeah.
But when I ran into Miss Elise, we used to work together at the school, and just so happened, I ran to her, about a month ago or so, maybe a month ago, and she was telling me about Mary Kay. I said, oh, did you know you do Mary Kay?
Oh.
You know, so she was telling me about it, and she was telling me about, you know, the events and things that they have. I said, well, when you go, let me know. I want to go with you. And right now, the Lord is directing my steps.
Yes.
Put people in my path, and positive people.
Yeah.
You know, so when she came there, I told her, I said, I'm ready to get started.
Marissa?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Marissa. Do you see an opportunity for yourself?
Not at the moment, I do not.
Okay.
Just due to time constraints,
I can help
but
you.
I definitely will support Ms. Tracy
Okay.
with her career.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable inviting someone out?
Yes,
How about yourself? What's your name? Ida. Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Possible.
Yeah, I continue to get information and I'll pray about it.
Okay, now let me, don't say that prayer. What you gonna pray about?
Rather from God's will for me to be a part.
Okay. Have you been praying before?
As far as for Mary Kay.
Never pray. We never prayed for Mary Kay.
I mean,
For anything.
I pray every day.
Okay.
I'll do it today.
Okay. Do you see an opportunity? So, would you feel comfortable inviting people out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Victoria.
Victoria. I remember Victoria. How about you, Victoria?
I think I'm ready. As a matter of fact, I did pray just a couple of days ago.
I left her alone. I pulled Nate back. I pulled Nate back because I was gonna go in, but I said I ain't gonna go in.
No, I thought you had asked me had I prayed about the opportunity, and I was like, no, this is my first time being introduced.
Yeah, okay, I got another talk. I understand. Go ahead.
I prayed because I'm going through a lot in my life, and I said, Lord, I gotta do something because you told me that, I can be prosperous, and I will be prosperous. If I don't do anything, nothing will come. And even though I make, I'm in that 6 figures, it's like it's never enough. When you're going through a whole lot in your life and you've been putting all the burden on you all your life, there's a time when nothing is enough until you seek God.
Yes.
And that's what I did. And the first thing he says, Mary Kay. And 2 days after that sinked in, she texts me and says, I have a thing with Mary Kay that's going to happen in 2 days. Would you like to come? And I said, absolutely. God just planted that in my mind. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay, I need to release a few of you real quick. Let me go ahead and handle this real quick. Matthew 6:33 says what? But seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, and all things thereafter shall be added unto you. Yes. I can't tell you how many times people will see stuff, people will be talking about what they've been praying about, but then they don't pray and take action. You don't pray and then ask God to give you, you don't know how he's going to bless you. God uses people to bless you. I was walking on the beach this morning to a stranger that I just talked to because of the people on social media told me, I said, yeah, find someone to say something. I engaged the person in conversation. Why? Because I know I was a person of value. And then who knew what need that he had? God positioned me at that moment to give him something so that it could meet his need. And before we left, I prayed for him. 2 men walking on a beach in broad daylight, me right there. Let me pray for you before I get out of here because I got to go talk to these ladies in Mary Kay. Faith, family, finances. Biblically based leadership program focused on personal growth and entrepreneurship. Every chapter begins with scripture. The people perish for lack of knowledge. I gave you the numbers. I don't know your individual bank account, but I know that more than likely the numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. We've got church houses filled with people that are broken. And they're praying but have no direction. Because there's nobody teaching our people how to get out of bondage.
Yes.
I'm uniquely designed to do what I do. And I'm not taking anything from you. I'm just simply trying to help you to make your mentorship and doing it in line with God's word. Get into an environment around people that can give you wise counsel. Now faith. Now faith is a substance. What are you standing on? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. The substance means the foundation. What are you standing on? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Hope is an expectation. What are you expecting when you're praying? What are you expecting when you're praying? Are you expecting him to deliver? Are you expecting him to give you the answer to your promise, to your prayers, or not? Now faith is a substance, not later faith. No, not you got to go back and think about it. What is it to think about? It's a choice. Do you want to change or not? If you want to change, you got to do something. You can't do it. That's why I said pray expecting God to deliver. Do everything that you can do so that he can do everything you can. He will not be able to do what he truly can do if you don't step out on faith. You got to step. Amen. You got to move. Okay? So that was a sidebar. I didn't mean to go in there. On your feet, let me let you guys out. On your feet, we're going to wrap it up. I want you to own this. Let's own this moment in time. Let your life be changed in this moment. Go out and be free to go invite people, because even if you don't think it's for you, then give it to someone else, because this is seed. Someone's seed. Let them know about life is rich. Let them know about this environment that's created here. Invite them out to let you know people that they can connect with. So repeat after me. Dramatic wealth is a virtue.
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 I'm open and receptive to any ideas and people
I'm open and receptive to any ideas of people
that will help me to achieve my goal of dramatic wealth.
that will help me achieve my goal of dramatic wealth.
I'm open and receptive to any ideas and people
I'm open and receptive to any ideas of people
that will help me to achieve my goal of dramatic wealth.
that will help me achieve my goal of dramatic wealth.
I'm open and receptive to any ideas and people
I'm open and receptive to any ideas of people
that will help me to achieve my goal of dramatic wealth.
that will help me achieve my goal of dramatic wealth.
I am worth $100,000 per month,
I am worth $100,000 per month,
and I love sharing it with those in need.
and I love sharing it with those in need.
I am worth $100,000 per month,
I am worth $100,000 per month,
and I love sharing it with those in need.
and I love sharing it with those in need.
I am worth $100,000 per month,
I am worth $100,000 per month,
and I love sharing it with those in need.
and I love sharing it with those in need.
Through perseverance, I am creating
Through perseverance, I am
the
creating
financial dynasty I so richly deserve.
the financial dynasty I so richly deserve.
Through perseverance, I am creating
Through perseverance, I am
the
creating
financial dynasty I so richly deserve.
the financial dynasty I so richly deserve.
Through perseverance, we are creating
Through perseverance, we are
the
creating
financial dynasty we so richly deserve.
the financial dynasty we so richly
I want you to
deserve.
know, guys, that everything that you have verbalized, everything that you put into the universe has a potential of coming to fruition. If you did not participate, don't expect anything beyond that. You will get exactly what you give. You will get what you give. You will get what you give. If you're not going to give your all, God cannot give his all. You will get what you give. This is Nate Scott, author of the book Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth.